Hi, my name is John Castner, and I am the managing director of Isometrics in the Americas, which for us is North, Central, and South America. So Isometrics is a software solutions provider. We provide an integrated risk and compliance management software solution. Um, some of the key solutions that we provide are in the areas of environmental health and safety. So that includes things like incident management, process safety, management of change, inspections, audits, training, those types of things. Sustainability is a huge area for us. Obviously, a hot topic these days in terms of ESG. So we provide a full environmental management suite for environmental monitoring, calculating your carbon footprint, and gathering your metrics around all of that from a sustainability reporting perspective. We provide quality management solutions which share some of the same features and functions of environmental health and safety, but with more of a quality focus. And I think that the key thing that we do is we have a central risk and control taxonomy that really drives that integrated approach. So it doesn't really matter what aspect of your business we're talking about, whether it's health, safety, environment, social, reputational, financial, security, business. It's all driven from a central risk and controls taxonomy. And it is that control monitoring that really drives the risk mitigation and the risk management aspect of what we do. Well, first off, I think as a company whose goal is to help companies in the natural resources industry broadly, but very specifically in the oil and gas industry, um, you know, we need to understand what the challenges are for those customers, what their goals are, and what they're trying to achieve. And the best way to do that is to interact with industry professionals. And if our customers' goals is operational excellence, which we at Isometrics might call good business, then we want to partake in any event that allows us to understand what operational excellence and good business looks like for oil and gas companies. Yeah, so to us, operational excellence, another way of looking at is when a business has what we might call integrated operations. So that means that people, process, technologies, and cultures and systems are all working together. One thing isn't managed in a silo from the other thing. And they're all driven by a set of goals and management system goals, sort of like an operational integrity management system or something of that nature. But the main point there is that it's a combination of factors that all come together to achieve excellence in your organization, not only internally, but externally. Yeah, so I mean, I think there's no doubt that technology is everywhere today. I mean, really, there's a software for everything. There's new pieces of hardware for everything. I mean, technology is really sort of driving the way businesses are operating today. And I think what technology today is allowing you to do is it is actually allowing you to execute on the concept of integrated operations. Um, and so yeah, I think technology is really the enabler or the bridge, as one of our customers said, um, to the concept of operational excellence, operational risk management. Isometrics, we operate in what we call the integrated risk and compliance space, or if you like, the governance risk and compliance space. And actually, if you look at that world, people like Michael Rasmussen, who have been in the governance risk and compliance world for a long time, what they realize is, again, there's a variety of different pieces of technology available across all aspects of your business. And I think one of the big things we're seeing in oil and gas specifically these days is that alignment between operations, and what goes on an operational perspective, from a process safety perspective and an asset management perspective, and then sort of your standard health and safety perspective. So that's one area where sort of there's the alignment of process safety and management of change, and asset management coming in line with standard things like you might see in health and safety. But really, if you're looking at operational excellence holistically, in our mind, particularly from an integrated operations perspective, every oil and gas company just about in the world, if you look at their websites, if you look at their sustainability report, they list health, safety, environment, and community and or social as the things that drive their core values. So that is where our focus is as an organization and a provider of technology. And so we have customers, as an example, who are in the oil and gas space looking at using isometrics for their social performance management, around community investment and stakeholder engagement and grievance management and land access and resettlement. You look at other large organizations who are using isometrics in their projects and technology group, which they're using to drive quality management and a quality management system across all of their construction projects globally. You look at others that are using it as a pure play health and safety management system. And then, the most mature ones, they are using all of that in a single system, because really, if you think about it, a quality issue might certainly have some sort of health impact or safety impact or environmental impact or community impact. And so it's the ability to connect those dots across customers that we work with. That's really helping drive operational excellence. And we understand that goes into a much broader scope of business, but that's where we see our role being. Yeah, so I mean, it depends on the company, but what I will say is, in our experience, oil and gas companies, mining companies, I mean, they've been doing this risk management stuff for a really long time. This is what they do. It is how they run their business, and they've got a lot of data. I would consider companies in oil and gas, as an example, as being leaders in the usage of technology. So I think their biggest challenge probably is, well, now there's more technology, and there's more really good technology that they can use and they can leverage. So how do they take all of their legacy technology that they've been using for a long time and either migrate that to new technology, or somehow connect that to the new technology tools that are available, in order to give them that ability of integrated operations, which again is driving their operational excellence. So in our experience, the biggest challenge they face is having too much technology footprint, and how to really consolidate that down and bring different pieces of technology together these days in order to get the best of all of those pieces of information, and then ultimately roll that up to either their operations at the front line or at the board level, just to let them know what they're doing in terms of their journey to operational excellence. Yeah, so I think it depends on your company. However, I guess the biggest piece of advice that I would suggest is you got to start with the end in mind. You've got to know what the ultimate goal is and what you're trying to achieve, either with a single piece of technology or in a much more complex manner, a series of interconnected pieces of technology, that integrated digital landscape. So starting with the end in mind and understanding what you're ultimately trying to achieve and how each piece of technology might therefore contribute to that. I think the second piece is technology is just the technology. You have to come to the table with your management system intact, your processes intact. You shouldn't be going out buying a piece of software expecting it to fix your management system problem or to fix your process problem. So I think that's the second piece of advice. And I think really maybe the final pieces of advice is there's other companies that have already done this or are already doing this. There's also plenty of service providers out there, consultants, technology companies themselves who do this all the time for others. So go talk to your peers, talk to other companies that have done this before. Engage with a service provider or a consultant that might help you in this journey. Because again, leveraging that information, not only even within your industry, but maybe outside of other industries, I think will give you a better path towards success in integrating a bunch of different pieces of technology from different solution providers. But again, all with one common end goal in mind for your company.